Hello, friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Bazaar. I'm Montana.
And I'm Jessica, or Luna, according to Patty Wagon. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, he called me Luna. That's so funny. In case you don't know, that is an alias of mine. So it's not uncommon for me to be called that. I just don't go by that here. But I just thought that was funny.
And now people are going to be so confused. You're like, wait a minute. I thought her name was Jessica.
If you're new here, welcome. We've been waiting for you.
Because we stalk you. Just kidding. We don't. Don't stalk people. That's rude.
If you can see me on YouTube, I'm actually wearing color today. Don't get used to it.
You're wearing fall colors.
I don't play by the rules.
We know. It's a cute fall color plaid, though. I will say that.
It's Dominic's. I stole it.
Oh, that's the one you wore at work.
Yeah, I took him thrifting and he found it when we were thrifting. I'm like, damn, that was a good find. I really like it. So I stole it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how are you?
Oh, living the dream, just same old. Being an adult blows.
Yeah, it does.
Work, rinse, repeat. Clean, rinse, repeat. How about you?
It's fine. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and then I got breakfast with my mom. So I feel like I've done so much today.
You and your mom are so close. It's cute.
I'm like, I'm tired.
You take a nap after this.
No, I gotta go work out. I gotta be productive because I'm going to the movies tonight with my brother.
Again?
Yeah, because I picked the movie last week. He didn't really want to see it, but he wanted to see the movie this week, which I really don't really want to see. So we just compromised, and
We are so different.
It's like $5 Tuesdays. Why not?
I hate theaters. They're so yucky.
Why? I love going to the movies.
And I just want people to be quiet. Like I'm trying to watch a movie. So it's just not for me.
No,
I couldn't even tell you the last movie I saw in a theater. Probably, what was that movie about the caveman?
About the caveman.
Yeah, it was like 2000 or something like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what it was, but it was probably in 2000. I haven't been to a theater in so long. Anyway,
you have to pick the right movie theater because there's a movie theater at a mall near us that do not go to because people are so loud and obnoxious there, especially if you go to see a horror movie. No.
Yeah.
I refuse to go see a movie at that theater. But the one we go to, it's always quiet and usually pretty respectful. So,
well, that makes it a little more tolerable. I will be going to sing karaoke on Saturday night, though. Against my will.
Come again?
Tony's sister invited us to her house. I guess she has a whole setup. And it's karaoke night. I can't. Tony and karaoke, it's a lot.
But you can sing, though. So karaoke works for you.
Yeah, but that makes me not want to do it because then I feel like I have to perform this wonderful display for people, and when it should just be fun, and I take it way too seriously because
you take everything way too seriously.
True.
I can't even get you out of the house, and you're going to go do karaoke?
Against my will, I said. He's gonna have to tie me up and throw me in the back seat to get me there.
Maybe that's what I need to do.
Don't get any ideas.
Like the comment the other day where you're just like, you just know so many people. And I was like, I leave my house, Jessica.
Hey, I know a lot of people, but it's just through gaming.
But you don't have to leave your house.
Perfect for me. I was actually talking with my Brazilian friend about this the other day. We met through gaming, and she is very, very similar to me. She likes to stay in her coffin too. And I was telling her that I have to go sing karaoke. Her response was exactly like mine would be. She's like, ew, people. I know, girl, I know. But sometimes you got to take one for the team. But my social meter drains so quickly. Ugh, and then I have to recover for days after. So, and I know my empaths and introverts out there can relate.
I mean, I can relate. My social battery drains really bad, and I do get overstimulated a lot when there's a lot of going on. But I still like to get out of my house.
Yeah, well, congratulations. You do you, boo. You do you.
And for the record, me and Jessica, if you're new here, did not meet online. We met through work.
That's true. I actually do
I
meet
just want to
people
state that
in
we
real
did
life.
not meet through gaming.
No. Contrary to popular belief, I do have real friends. Like in the flesh friends.
I haven't seen any, but who's counting?
But none of them live here. They're all scattered around.
I know all my good friends, like my really close friends, because I feel like as you get older, your circle is small and it should be small. Like those are your most important friends. They all live out of
Mm-hmm.
state and it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the circle of friends just shrinks as you age, for sure.
So, but I haven't had anything weird happen to me this week, I believe. It's been pretty normal, unfortunately.
Same. I can't think of one thing, which I'm okay with
I think you
because
need to calm down a little bit over there.
what do you mean?
Because you're like, let me tell you all this weird stuff that's happened to me. Like, what is it? So I think you
Not
need a
this week.
break.
I did. I definitely did. Things have calmed down quite a bit in this neighborhood, so I don't know what was going on there for a minute.
I don't know. Keep your shit over there.
Yeah. So should we shout out Patty Wagon since our episode is finally
Oh,
out?
yeah. Well, you do it.
And you didn't even tell me. I get on our TikTok and I see the post up. I'm like, what the fuck? Didn't even tell me.
Oh, I thought you saw it on social media. I also, when
So,
I had it posted, I was like in a rush too.
oh,
So I kind
okay.
of got on, took care of it, and then I had to like take off and do stuff.
Yeah. So a few months back, we did an episode with Patty Wagon Podcast, and he said it was going to be a minute before it dropped, and it finally did. Was it yesterday?
No, it's been a couple days.
Okay, well, a couple days ago. So if you want to hear what we have to say on his podcast, we talk a lot about massage
Mhm.
therapy and a little bit about podcast stuff too, but it's mainly
Like the
he
creepy
invited us
stories
on.
of massage
Yeah.
therapy, not like how to massage.
The reel he put together. Oh my god. He put in the gapes. If you want to know what we're talking about, check us out on social media. We put it he graciously let us use the reel, so
Yeah, that's up on all the social medias. I posted
yeah.
it everywhere.
And I think that you can find his podcast anywhere as well, kind of like us, like
I
just
think
wherever
so,
you
but for
listen.
sure Instagram.
Yeah.
But
And I think he said he does Spotify and
and
Apple too.
Apple. Yeah, he's Apple and Spotify.
So, yeah, check it out. We had
He's
a lot of
fun.
fun.
It was
It
a lot
was
of fun.
Yeah, he was very personable. He
Yeah,
made
and
it very easy.
we're gonna have him on here sometime, and we know exactly what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, yeah, he's a character. I like him a lot.
Yeah. So go check out his podcast.
So, are you ready to get into our episode for the day?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you start saying yes like that? I'm curious. Have I
Yeah.
asked you this before?
Like
Did you?
yes.
Is it from something?
It has to be.
Because
Yes. I
Tony
just
does it
don't know what
too.
it is from something. I just don't know what. I've done it for so long.
Yeah, he does. He's like, yes,
It's just
yes.
so funny how much me and Tony are like and how much you and Ryan are like. It's weird.
I know, I know.
Where you're like, oh my God, well, Tony does this. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I do the same thing. And you're like, oh my God, I hate when Ryan does that. And you're like, why? I do the same thing. It's weird.
Yeah. I guess we were all meant to be.
4 peas in a pod? Don't get
Don't
any
get any
dirty ideas,
ideas.
people.
But both of us did immediately. That says something. All right. So today's episode is going to be a little different than I expected it to be. I watched a series a little while ago called The Outsider, and it was based on El Cuco, which is, upon further investigation, it's like a boogeyman. And so I was going to do the entire episode on El Cuco, but I couldn't find enough information to really make it long enough for people to be like, oh, I got a lot out of that. So I'm kind of grouping it together with, I'm going to talk about El Cuco. I'm going to talk about just boogeymen in general. And it's kind of messed up, honestly, the whole idea of what a boogeyman is, like terrifying your kids to make them obey you. It's kind of fucked up. But so yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I have my own boogeyman story. And
Which like blows my mind. Not that I've heard it, but it blows my mind that you like all these supernatural experiences.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where have you been all my life?
I got onto Reddit and looked, where have you been all my life? But I got on Reddit and looked up to see if other people had similar experiences, and it's kind of creepy how similar it is to mine, but that always happens, and I don't know why I'm surprised at this point. So yeah, if you're interested in any of that, stay tuned. And
they probably just turned the boogeyman, click
in.
off.
Bye.
See, now since I'm a John Wick fanatic, so every time I hear boogeyman, I think of John Wick because they call Wick, they call him the boogeyman because they're like, ooh, you mess with the boogeyman? No.
Yeah, I watched one John Wick, and I don't know. I love Keanu Reeves, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. Maybe I need to give it another go.
Love the John Wick movies. They do not disappoint.
Yeah. Action-packed, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they come up with the stupidest plots in the John Wick films, I feel like. I mean, the first one I get, like, I will go ham on anyone that kills my dog. Like, I will come after you. But they're just, the action is so good. Like, he really does do martial arts and stuff. Yeah. And does his own stunts. So I think, I don't know if he does all of them, but I just love action movies, and they're very good action films. So they get more and more actiony as like each movie goes on. So I personally love them.
Did you like those Matt Damon movies then? They were all action packed. What were those called?
Born Identity?
Yeah. The Bourne series.
I feel like at the time I did, but they were like really early 2000s. Mm-hmm. So I don't remember them now.
Yeah.
But I'm also not like, I can take or leave Matt Damon.
Same.
So, but Keanu Reeves, I love him, and he's a really good person in real life.
He is.
Like, you never hear anything bad about him. And he's had a lot of tragic in his life.
Yeah.
And he's still a good person, and I think that says a lot about somebody. So,
have you seen his YouTube shorts?
I didn't know.
I'm sure he has TikTok and all that.
Is it actually him though, or is it impersonator?
Yeah, it's him. Yeah, it's funny too. It's been like over a year since I've seen one, but it's pretty cute.
And it's not like even his acting is like fantastic, you know what I mean? Like he has this Keanu character where it's just like, and John Wick, he just has very few words, and it's not even great acting, but I'm like, oh, you're just fantastic.
He's one of the main characters in one of the video games I play, Cyberpunk 2077, and he's just Keanu Reeves in that too. Oh God, but I actually kind of hate him in that role. Like, his character is not my favorite, but it's one of those things, like, it's meant to be that way. Like, you either love him or hate him kind of thing, depending on your morals. Yeah, and it's not like he has
much of a personality in his acting roles, but, like, I don't know. It suits him.
It
And yet,
does.
I don't know, people are like, oh, he's the worst. He sucks. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll defend him till I die.
Same. I will too.
Until he does something wrong.
Right. All right. So the boogeyman. We all had one growing up. Did you have one? Did you have a boogeyman?
I mean, I grew up, we talked about my house being haunted, so I feel like I had a lot of boogeymans, but I never really remember calling it like check under the bed for the boogeyman.
Mm-hmm. Well, my boogeyman story, I'll get into it later, but it kind of scarred me for life, honestly. Like, still to this day, I have habits from that experience. So maybe he lived under your bed. Maybe he waited just outside your window after dark or lurked in your closet. Personal experiences that I'm drawing this dialogue from, just saying. Always watching and appearing when you misbehave. The boogeyman isn't just one story, it's a universal idea. The shadows stitched into childhoods all across the world. A figure crafted not from flesh and blood, but from warnings, whispers, and the kind of fear that only grows when the lights go out. And I had to sleep with a light on for many, 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 many years after my boogeyman experience.
I used to sleep with the hall light on. I had to have the hall light on.
Yeah, me too.
Still remember that vividly.
So the shapeless thing our parents summoned in hushed voices to scare us into obedience. Go to bed, or the boogeyman will come for you. It's so messed up.
I would honestly use it on my child, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think I did. I don't think I did that.
I would.
Yeah, it's just messed up.
I'm twisted. But if my child came to me and was like, hey, there's something under my bed, or I think there's something in my closet, you best believe I ain't checking that shit out. I'm gonna send Ryan in. I'm like, okay. Because if you're
Yeah,
going down, we're not going down with you. I ain't checking that shit. Nope.
I would, but I'd be terrified. Not gonna lie.
Nope. I'm the person that would believe my child, even though their imaginations run wild, but children are very
Mm-hmm.
susceptible to that stuff. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe him. Like, send your dad in.
So in the Spanish speaking world, he's called El Cuco or El Cucoy, Cuca. There's depending on the region, I think they call him different things.
I mean,
But it
that makes
has,
sense for everything.
yeah, yeah. But it has deep roots in Iberian folklore, dating back centuries before making its way across the Atlantic to Latin America, where it evolved into regional variations. Its origin is a blend of ancient fears, lullabies, and oral tradition meant to instill obedience in children through fear. And a lot of these places literally had like lullabies that they would sing their kids. I'm like, what the hell?
Do you have an example?
I do, and I'm going to butcher it, but stay tuned so you can make fun of me. Okay, so the name Coco comes from Galician and Portuguese word coco meaning coconut or skull, a reference to its shapeless, faceless nature. The early depictions of El Coco or El Cuco were not clearly humanoid. Instead, it was a dark, shadowy, amorphous figure that could shapeshift, often appearing in closets, under beds, or hiding in the dark. And in the movie, he would basically kill someone and take on their form, but in order to fully transform, he had to eat people. And then he would, like, his form, he was faceless, and then the more people he consumed, the more his face took shape. It was so creepy.
Like the mummy?
I don't know.
Have you seen the mummy with Brendan Fraser?
I saw it when I was young, but I don't remember it.
So, like, the more body parts he got back and then
Mhm.
consumed, like, the flesh of the people that took him, he get more and more human like.
Oh, I kind of do remember that. Yes. Yeah, very
That's what I'm
similar.
picturing.
But in one of the episodes, like they were trying to put together the pieces because people were being murdered, so they're trying to investigate the situation and they were starting to realize that it was something supernatural. And so they were trying to piece together the evidence. And one of the things they did was take accounts of what people saw and like how they remembered his face. And there was like a progression. So it started as a blur and then it just kept getting more features until finally it
Yeah,
was the face of a human. So it's a
that makes
very
sense.
creepy concept.
It is.
Really
That's what makes me
creepy.
think of the mummy.
That's why I was really disappointed I couldn't find more like about that. But I mean, it's just there's only so much you can say about a shapeshifter or something taking on a form. It's just what it does. It's either a shadow or a blur or it's in its full form. And
Right.
I think some cultures it's like they believe that it will take the form of what your greatest fear is or what you're afraid of.
That's even worse.
Yeah. So it's not really about the way the coca looks, but what it does that scares most. It is a child eater and a kidnapper. It may immediately devour the child, leaving no trace, or it may spirit the child away to a place of no return. But it only does this to disobedient children. It is on the lookout for children's misbehavior from the rooftops. So, yeah, I guess this is kind of rooted in the South American lore. Is it's like hangs out on the rooftops and comes in your house
I
that
mean, their
way.
lore is terrifying, like La
Oh,
Llorona and stuff. Like they just
yeah.
they don't mess around.
Yeah. So, yeah, it spirits the child away to a place of no return, but it only does this to disobedient children. It's on the lookout for the children's misbehavior from the rooftops. It takes the shape of any dark shadow and stays watching. It represents the opposite of a guardian angel and is frequently compared to the devil. One of the earliest references is found in the 17th century Spain and Portugal, where lullabies were sung to warn children. Here we go. Alexis, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. Oh, God. Duer, duermete niño, duermete ya, que viene el coco y tel hierva, which means sleep child, sleep now, or the cocoa will come and take you away. I feel like their version of the boogeyman is so hardcore. Like, it's one
All
for
their
it to
stuff
just
is
be lurking and
hardcore.
come out from under your bed, but to take it another step further and say it's going to eat you, it's crazy.
Look at German folklore. Look at Krampus.
Yeah. Yeah. So when Spanish and Portuguese colonizers brought their folklore to the Americas, El Coco evolved in form and nature, as things usually do,
Yeah.
becoming El Cuco or El Cucoy in places like Mexico, Central America, and even the Caribbean. In Mexico and the southwestern United States, El Cucoy took on more monstrous qualities, described as a small hunched goblin-like creature with glowing red eyes and sharp teeth. Kind of sounds like Krampus. It would kidnap misbehaving children, sometimes eating them or taking them away forever. Okay, so El Cuco represents the personification of fear, particularly the fear of the unknown and consequences. It's not just a cautionary tale, but a cultural reflection of how societies instilled discipline and navigated childhood misbehavior through myth. Unlike
Myth.
other monsters, myth,
Myth.
myth. Unlike other monsters with specific layers or motives, El Cuco is terrifying because of its vagueness. It can be anything, anywhere, and it only comes when you least expect it. So it's been referenced in, like I said, Stephen King's The Outsider, where the antagonist is a shape shifting entity called El Cuco. And then I guess Supernatural has references to this.
Hell yeah. If you'd watched Supernatural, you would know. Bye.
And American Horror Story, too, I guess, allegedly.
I'm,
Boogeyman like
I'm trying to.
things, I guess.
I've seen like all the American Horror Stories. I just can't picture which season.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So El Cuco isn't alone, he's just one of many. All across the globe, cultures have created their own version of the boogeyman. Figures meant to frighten children into obedience, to keep them away from danger, or to warn them that someone or something is always watching, making sure they're always on their best behavior. And Germany is our first stop. These
See?
people are hardcore too.
Told you.
So their version of the boogeyman is called the Black Man. Not racist. You can cut that out. But it's a dark, shadowy figure said to live in closets or behind curtains. And I mean, it's the same general principle for all these things. It just looks a little different depending on where you are, I believe. Some say he wears a long black coat with a wide-brimmed hat pulled low over his face. Others describe him as more of a living shadow with no features at all, just a sense that he's watching you from the dark. In Italy, their version of the Black Man is L'Uomo Nero. Nero?
I don't know.
L'Uomo Nero?
I'm not Italian.
Tony?
Or Mario, apparently. Yeah, I get Tony on this.
He wouldn't know either. He can't speak Italian. He's a fraud.
He's a fraud. Jinx.
So similar to Germany's version, L'Uomo Nero hides under beds or behind doors. Some say he carries a sack to take children away. They like their sacks.
Well, how else are they going to get the child to come? They probably just like stuff it in the sack. It's like, shut up.
Yeah. But they also have their own lullaby that warn children that if they don't sleep, the Black Man will come. And I'm not going to sing this one, even though I wrote it down. Well, typed it in.
Do you have the English version?
I'll do it. I'll do it. Nina Nana, Nina O. Only because I wanted to say that part. Questo bimbo acilodo, lodaro al uomo nero, cielo tiene un anno intero. And then for whatever reason, I didn't interpret that.
For whatever reason.
Oh my God. But it's basically, it means that they will offer their children to the Black Man if they don't sleep. And that reminds me of Game of Thrones.
Damn, I thought my
The
dad
White Walkers.
sucked. Just kidding.
Like, if you don't go to sleep, I'm going to give you to the Black Man. Like, whoa.
Also, for anyone Italian, come for Jessica, not for me.
Yeah. I fully allow it. I'm sure that was just horrific.
She takes full responsibility for this episode.
Completely. Yes.
I'm just an innocent bystander.
For now. You'll have your moment.
Until next week, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah. I did this to myself, though. Like, I didn't have to put that in there, but I did it anyway.
Yeah, but sometimes it's so fascinating, like the things you have to research and write it down, and then when you finally get to the word, you're like, oh, crap.
Yeah. So Japan, and man, they could be creepy too. They can come up with some
my gosh,
really creative
yes.
shit. So their dude is Namahage. Sorry. I'm trying my best.
So if you're Japanese, you come for her too.
I'm going to have all kinds of people coming for me after this. So Namahage, I think, are demonic ogres wearing straw capes and terrifying masks who visit homes during the new year. And this is actually what they do. Like, they have people dress up and go terrify kids.
Oh my God, I love it.
I guess parents with bad kids write a note and send it in or something. Like, send a request. Like, hey, on New Year's, could you come to my place and scare the shit out of my kids?
I'm not going to lie, I love it.
So this is known as the Namahage Sado Festival. So the Namahage enters your home, yes, literally, and calls out the children by name and bellows questions like, are there any naughty children here? Parents will sometimes encourage the performance, handing Namahage a list of minor misbehaviors to mention, creating a moment where the child is called out by a demon in their own home. That's fucked up. I'm sorry.
I think that's fantastic. Too bad you can't do that with spouses too.
The child usually cries, you think? And the family promises that they'll work harder, be more obedient, and respectful in the year ahead. And
Can you
then the Namahage stomps away.
can you tell which one of us has a child and which one doesn't?
Oh, that's got to be so traumatizing. Oh my gosh.
Don't be
But
a
I bet it
bad
works.
child. Like I could totally see my dad doing something like that for sure.
Yeah, I guarantee the success rate is 100%. That
Well,
would be
yeah,
terrifying as a child.
things can scar children very easily.
Okay, so moving on to Korea, where I can mess up more words. Kotgum,
Like cock gum?
Kotgam.
No.
Kotgum.
Cockum?
While Korea doesn't have a singular, universally known boogeyman like El Cuco or Namahage, it has multiple entities used in a similar way to frighten children, and one of the most notable are the Kotgum. The Kotgum isn't a creature in the traditional sense. He's a phantom, a ghostly presence whispered about by Korean elders. The word Kotgum actually means dried persimmon, but the ghost version, Kotgum Wishin, sorry, has a strange, almost ironic twist. So here's the context. In traditional Korean homes, when a child was misbehaving or wouldn't calm down, the parent might say, "If you don't behave, the Kotman ghost will come for you." Why dried persimmons? In some stories, Kotgum was a monster or ghost that devoured children unless offered sweet dried persimmons, which it preferred over meat. The idea is similar to a reverse Santa Claus. Instead of leaving gifts, you left offerings so it wouldn't take you. So hardcore, man.
Of all the folklores and the stories, I think Asian folklore is the most terrifying out of all
Yeah.
of them.
Have you ever heard of that haunted or like demonic forest somewhere in Asia? I don't know what it's called, but we should do an episode on that because it
The
sounds
is it like the suicide
crazy.
one?
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Oh, I can't imagine the energy in that place. Oh my
And people want to
gosh.
go there too. And
Mm,
I'm like, if locals stay away from someplace, that's probably a sign you should stay away from that place.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I want to go to Island of the Dolls, but I will not go to the forest.
Ah, man, that would be so scary. Oof. I would want to, but I would be so
Like, I
scared.
do want to just because I like this kind of stuff, but there are
Mm,
some things where even I'm like, if it came down to it, I'm like, I think I gotta draw the line. Like, I don't want to risk anything.
yeah, because you never know. Like, there could just be a psycho hanging out in there waiting for you, too, just because the reputation of the place. You don't know. People are crazy.
People like to scare people,
Yeah.
especially tourists. Why not? Why not
I
have
was
fun with it?
I was watching a ghost hunter the other day, which I don't know why I was even doing that because I don't like that stuff really. I think it's kind of cheesy. That's probably why I was watching it. But they were like setting out all their gear and everything, and they were in, I think it was an old abandoned prison in California somewhere. And there was graffiti all over the place. So, like, you know, that people were hanging out there that shouldn't be. And during their recording, they were hearing like literal banging and voices and whatever. And they started yelling, like, "If you're here, I will tase you." So people are just hanging out waiting to scare you in places like that. Hell no. Mm-mm.
Pass.
Yeah. So another Asian monster, boogeyman, if you will, the Pugut, Pugot, Pugut. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. It's headless
Oh, that's cool.
and is said to live in trees, particularly balit trees. I don't know what a balit tree is,
Uh-uh.
But there's also the Aswang. Oh my god. Just come for me already. A shape-shifting
You
ghoul.
can email us at weeklybizarrepodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, at least we admit it and make fun of ourselves too, okay?
I'll
That's
make
what
fun of
makes
you all
this,
day. I don't care. All day I'll make fun of you.
it's our thing. It's endearing. Come on. It's cute. You know it. A shape-shifting ghoul, the Aswang, can become a dog, a pig, or a bat.
Mm.
And again, the parents are saying these things are going to eat them if they don't behave. All right. In Brazil, bicho papau. Did I
You
say
didn't,
that right?
you didn't ask your Brazilian friend if she how to say it?
I didn't. She wasn't around yesterday. But I guess this translates to the eating beast. So once again,
Oh.
children being fed to beasts. And like Kuko, he's sometimes faceless and undefined. And I tried to find more about this guy, and I couldn't. I mean, it's just kind of the same story, different place. Russia has Baba Yaga. Bobby.
That's what they call the boogeyman. John, look. Look.
Terrifying.
I'm holding up a John
You saw
Wick
that coming out of
Funko
your
Pop.
closet at night.
Yeah, wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. I got his little dog too.
Oh, so cute.
You have to get on YouTube to see. Yes, but that's what they call him in John Wick.
Okay.
I'm not
Baba
gonna say it.
Yaga.
Yeah, the Baba Yaga comes for you. You
Yeah,
pissed him off. He's the boogeyman.
because you're
Oop.
misbehaving. Get your shit together.
I didn't even know I didn't bring out my Funko Pop when we started talking about John Wick. Slacking.
Hey, he made an appearance anyway. He forgives you. And then finally, in the United States, it's the Boogeyman, which I don't remember.
Shocker.
I don't remember ever being told what the Boogeyman would look like per
I
se. It
don't
was just
think
more
I
that
was either.
it was just more the concept of the idea of something being under your bed or in your closet or whatever.
Also, I think of like Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm like Mr. Oogie Boogie Man. There's
I'm
like
the
made up
Oogie
bugs.
Boogie Man.
Perfect. We got our intro song, guys.
Whoa.
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 We're totally doing this as an intro.
Aw, I love that movie.
I
Gosh.
know. I still have to give you your gift I got you.
Oh my god, I forgot about it.
Do
Yay!
you work tomorrow? I'll bring it to you tomorrow.
I actually blocked off my day tomorrow. I
Bitch.
blocked it off last week so that you could actually have some on your schedule for one
What? You
Wednesday.
didn't need to do that.
I needed the day. I really did.
Okay. Well, you're going to be there Thursday, right?
I've I've been a little overwhelmed lately. Yeah. I'll be there Wednesday
Okay.
or Thursday.
I will bring it Thursday, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, our boogeyman's more of the concept, but I've already found another episode I'm going to do because of this right here, and I'm sure you've heard of this. In more modern times, children are imagining him like the Slender Man. Have you heard of Slender Man?
Oh, yep.
And the Slender Man is creepy as hell too. And I actually watched a true crime case
Of the two girls.
about two girls
But see,
that
the Slender
blamed.
Man, it came from creepy pasta. So, like, the Slender Man's not real. It was a made up story that they obviously took way too far and murdered the little girl based on their deranged
Yeah.
thoughts. And I'm pretty sure they're out of jail now.
Are they?
I think so. Because they were
Oh
minors.
my gosh.
Don't
Yeah,
quote me, but I think they are.
so yeah, he has gotten into the heads of a lot of kids through
Yes.
creepypasta, and I guess it was the Something Awful forums.
I don't know that for
I
him.
don't know. But yeah, Slender Man, that's what a tragedy that was for those girls. They were not well.
Clearly.
All right, so those are the boogeymen from around the world. Not all of them, but some of them. It's typically the same idea, just different forms. And now, before I talk about other people's Reddit posts, their stories of the boogeyman, I'll tell mine first.
Go for it.
So I don't remember exactly how old I was. I would say probably in the
Yesterday.
realm of like 6, maybe in there. And I was at my mom's house, and I wasn't there full I didn't live there full time. So I was already kind of uncomfortable when I was there just because, just wasn't used to the environment all that much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was laying in bed and all of my thoughts were going and I was all covered up, and there was actually a hall light on, and my bedroom door was open, my closet door was open, and my curtains were open. And to this day, I don't know, maybe I drifted off into sleep. Who knows, and children have such imaginations, so it could be explained away very easily, but I remember it again so vividly, just like my alien dream or encounter or whatever that was. But I was laying facing out because my bed was against one wall, so I was facing out and the window was up by my head. And all of a sudden, I'm just laying there, like looking around. It's pretty dark in the room, so it's a lot of shadows. And I start seeing a moving shadow. And it was like coming, like it came in the window. And it was like floating, like kind of in a wave. And I noticed it was in the form of a man on a horse. But it was unusual because my room wasn't very big. So I feel like it would have been smaller than an actual man on a horse, but that's the form it took, or like it was only the front half of the horse or something. And the rest was like, I don't know, like misty fog or something. And it was like waving its way and it went into the closet. And so at this point, I like have my covers all the way up and I'm just frozen. I can't move. I can't do anything. I'm terrified. And I just keep looking at the closet. And before I know it, this man, the shadow of a man, comes out of the closet and he's holding a knife, and I can see it's like a silhouette, I guess, even though it shouldn't have been a silhouette because the hall light was on. So I should have been able to see more than just a shadow, but it was almost like he was so backlit that all you could see was a silhouette. And he came out of the closet, turned and went out my bedroom door, and then turned toward my sister's bedroom and walked up the hall.
Your poor
And
sister.
all I could think was I'm too scared to go see if she's okay, and I just couldn't move. Like I couldn't do anything. I was terrified. And I don't really remember what I did after that. Like I must have eventually fallen asleep just in fear, but ever since that, I have had to sleep with my closet door shut, a light on, and I can't have like any part of me hanging. Well, I can now, but for a very long time I couldn't have any part of me hanging out of the covers. Like I had to be completely covered up. My feet couldn't be out, my hands couldn't be out. It was so creepy.
That sounds like sleep paralysis.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That exactly sounds like sleep paralysis.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Because you couldn't move or scream, right?
Yeah, I couldn't do anything.
That's sleep paralysis. And were you on your back?
Yes.
Yeah, the sleep paralysis.
Yes.
I'm
But I
not
didn't
saying it's not real though. Like I believe that we see things as sleep paralysis that are there.
Mhm.
I'm more of the supernatural part than the science part because I've
Yeah.
seen some shit in sleep paralysis.
Oh man, I've heard some stories. I bet you have.
Oh, it's the
It's
worst.
so creepy. My sister had really bad sleep paralysis. She had a terrifying dream. I won't tell it in case she ever wants to come on and tell it herself, but ooh.
Yeah, so she gets it, like how real it can
Mhm.
be. And she probably, maybe she's like me, where she really believes it's there
Yeah.
because that's how real it is. And I get science behind it, but
Mhm.
science can't explain everything.
It's true.
And you didn't ask your sister like the next day if she like had any weird dreams or if she saw anything?
I can't, we were so young, I can't remember, but I know she has had many, many in her lifetime. And like I told you, she's seen the hag multiple times.
Yeah, I feel for your sister. I do. Like, it's sleep paralysis is the I hate it.
Yeah. All right. So I got on a paranormal Reddit page to look and see if I could find anybody who had boogeyman stories. And um, I found a few, and I didn't read through them completely, but I did graze over them. And it's kind of crazy how similar some of these sound to mine. So the first one is by Kiss Nation, A Possible Encounter with the Boogeyman. And this was 6 years ago.
Hmm.
So in Kiss Nation's words, this has been eating me up on the inside for a while, mainly because I'm curious as to what this was. For context, I'm 18 years old. This comes into play later. So a few months ago, when I was in bed around 10:30 p.m., yes, it was early, don't judge.
Trust
I
me, I'm
had
not.
I had this weird experience. I remember it clearly. The hall light was on, my door was open. Like, this sounds like my story. It's so weird. Door was open and a black figure was staring at me. It looked very human-like, but all I could see were its shoulders and head, with short, scraggly hair hanging in front.
Ugh.
Basically, picture a male version of Samara from The Ring.
Ew.
But she had long hair.
Yeah, but just like the way she moved and
Oh my gosh, that movie scared me big time.
that movie was creepy back in the day.
Yeah. I found this chick on YouTube. She's hilarious, and I don't even know why she showed up because she does like gray hair videos, but she's got such a funny sense of humor. She got one of those like geese that you dress up depending on the holiday or whatever, but she keeps it in her house. For whatever reason, she had a wig on it, and she did a video where she's like, "Oh my god, you guys, I got up in the middle of the night and I thought that that was Samara from The Ring." And she showed the goose and it had like the wig was hanging down. Ridiculous. But yeah, that movie, oh, that terrified me. Okay, so picture the male version of Samara from The Ring. Now at this point, I was still in bed pretending to be asleep. I was wearing an eye mask that I could see underneath of, which is how I even saw this thing. Bougie.
I don't know how people sleep in eye masks.
I've actually been considering getting one.
Nope. Nope.
But I don't know. Yeah.
Nope.
I might not be able to do it. I have to be super comfortable, and that doesn't sound very comfortable. But the moment I looked at it, it quickly sprung back and shut my door without a noise. Edit. I always sleep with my door shut, mainly because the dark hallway creeps me out. So I did not have the door open during this. Now my door is creaky and the handle makes a loud click, so when click sound when the door is closed. Neither of these things happened. I asked both my parents the next morning if either of them peeked in my room, both of which said no. I was a little weirded out, but simply pushed it off as nothing more than sleep paralysis,
Mm-hmm.
which does occasionally happen to me. The only difference is that in my normal sleep paralysis episodes, I hallucinate a tarantula crawling along wherever I'm looking at,
Ugh.
not a humanoid figure. That sounds awful.
That's worse than the Boogeyman.
Yeah, but no
Ugh.
biggie, right? Wrong. The next night, around the same time, I saw the figure peeking in my door again. This time, though, it was holding something.
A
I didn't
knife.
I didn't make it this far when I was reading it earlier. I couldn't make out exactly what it was since everything was blacked out, but it looked like a bottle. But when I looked at it this time, it didn't go away. Instead, I was able to move my arm and then it left, quietly shutting my door again. This pretty much told me it wasn't sleep paralysis since I could move. It hasn't happened again since, but lately I've been thinking about it again. I've been watching a lot of urban legend videos lately, but one regarding the Boogeyman caught my attention. The description of the Boogeyman was eerily similar to this figure, the only difference being the Boogeyman wears a hooded cloak, and this thing didn't have one. Another thing is the Boogeyman usually goes after children, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm 18. That's not necessarily true, though. That
Also,
doesn't just
being
go after
like
children.
in our 30s and 40s, 18 is a child.
Yes, absolutely. 25 is a child to me.
I
So
know.
does so they go on to ask, does anyone else here think it could have been the boogeyman or something else? I'm not sure and I still don't know. I'm just curious what the general consensus is.
I
What
mean,
does
it's possible.
TLDR mean?
TLDR.
Yeah, she said they, I'm not sure if it's a she. TLDR, weird black figure peeked in my door for 2 nights, might have been the boogeyman. I don't know what that means.
Hold on, I'm old as dirt.
Yeah. If you know, email us at
Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
weeklybizarrepodcast@gmail.com.
TLDR meaning,
Make the subject Chrome.
oh, too long, didn't read.
Oh, probably for people that didn't want to read the whole thing. They put
Yeah,
that in
too
there.
long, didn't read. That's
Okay.
rude.
Yeah. So that is crazy how similar that is to what I experienced. Okay, and then another one here is Boogeyman in My Vents.
Rude.
And this is by TGars25 on Reddit again, under paranormal. Unexplained. A little background before the story. My family and I moved to a new house when I was 14. It was newly built, and we were the first to live in it. It was my parents, my sister, and I. Throughout the years, we've had family get togethers and parties where everyone has had a great time. When I was 15, however, at one of these family get togethers, I was sitting in the living room with one of my cousins while everyone else was in the dining room or in the front room. The living room is connected to the kitchen, so no matter where you sit, you can always either see the trash can, which has a flipped lid, or the table. While me and my cousin were just chatting, something caused us both to turn our heads. We saw the trash can's lid flip up on its own. We got up to check if anyone had gotten up to throw something away, and no, everyone was still playing a game or chatting in the same space. We figured it was the vent above the trash can that made it flip. Neither one of us said anything about it again. We had a babysitter who would stay with us occasionally because my father was on tour in Iraq and my mother worked nights. I know it's ridiculous for a 15-year-old to have a babysitter, but my mom felt it was necessary. Besides, the babysitter was only 5 years older than me, so I enjoyed our talks and times together. Okay, buddy. She slept in the guest room for a while before I noticed she started sleeping downstairs. One day I asked her why she didn't sleep in the room. Her face turned pale and she quietly asked, "Have you ever had anything weird happen to you in this house?" I looked at her confused and remembered the trash incident. I didn't reply though. She kept looking at me and then said, "I'm probably going to sound crazy, but I think your guest room has something in it." I continued to look at her, not saying a word. She continued, "One night I got up because I felt something was wrong. I went to check on you guys and you were both sleeping. So I went back to the bed. Laying there, I started to notice the statue doll that you have on the nightstand was staring at me, like really staring. But I turned her around and I started to fall back asleep. And that's when I heard whispers coming from the vent. Ew.
No, thank you.
Ew. Have you ever heard whispers?
I want to say no,
Ew.
but I can't really confirm.
Ew. She ended the conversation and went to sit on the couch, leaving me there baffled. I started to get a bad feeling in my gut. When I was 17, we got a new dog who was a Chihuahua. She slept in my sister's room with her every night. One night, I woke up to my sister standing over me, and she said, "Can I sleep with you? The dog is freaking me out." I couldn't respond as I had just woken up and just scooted over. In the morning, however, I asked my sister what happened. She replied, "I don't know." I was about to go to sleep when the dog sat up from my lap and started whining and looking at the vent. She started barking, and that's when I took her and went to your room. I didn't respond. That always creeps me out, man, when it looks like my dog is looking at something and responding to it or reacting to it. Ooh, I don't like it.
Yeah, my little dog used to do that all the time. Like in
Really?
corners, he would growl and like, ugh.
Yeah. Kira, my dog, always looks in the same spot when she does that. Like it's up kind of toward my ceiling in the corner, and she'll always, it's like something catches her eye and she's observing it. It's so
Does she
creepy.
ever growl or just kind of
Hmm.
stare? She
She
does
growls.
growl.
Sometimes she'll whine or like whimper a little bit, but it creeps me out every time.
See,
Oh,
I've never been to your house, and I guarantee you, if I go to your house, I can tell you if you have something there. I'm really good at that stuff.
really? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I do. It doesn't feel like it to me. But again, I feel like I really closed myself off to that kind of stuff because I lived in that super haunted house and it never really messed with me. So I don't know.
Yeah, especially rooms. Like I can walk into a room and be like, no, no.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, the dog started barking, and that's when I took her and went to your room. I didn't respond. After a couple days, I was still thinking about it, and it only hit me then about the babysitter that we used to have. I heard whispers coming from the vent. I tried to shake it off. A couple weeks later, my cousins were spending the night. So one slept in my sister's room with her, and the other slept in my room with me. I didn't dare want to sleep in the guest room, so I slept on the floor with my cousin on my bed. My room was pitch black when I woke up in the middle of the night. My doors to my bedroom closet were open as I had gotten out a blanket earlier. I don't know why, but I suddenly felt nervous. I kept looking in my closet. That's exactly what I did. I knew something was going to come out of that closet.
I mean, a closet seems to be a common theme in these stories.
Yeah. I had an iDog, which was a robotic dog that you connect to your iPod so music would play out of the speaker from its back. Oh.
I don't even
And
know what that is. Sounds cool though.
yeah. And depending on what music you played, it showed you its emotions by colors that turned on in the front of its face. Green was for
Interesting.
happy, yellow was for mellow, and red was when it was mad. I
Shocker.
remember I remember I hadn't touched it in weeks because it ran out of batteries and I hadn't gotten new ones, so I left it on the shelf on the top of my closet. As I was staring into the closet, I started to hear growling, and I saw the eye dog's face starting to light up red. It barked and moved back and forth. What? They bark and growl?
Apparently, when it's red,
Ugh. I reached up to wake my cousin up, but she was out of my reach and I was too scared to move, so I just kept staring. Finally, it stopped, and I didn't sleep the rest of the night. So, yeah, and in the morning, I threw my eye dog in the trash. Since then, I've
rude.
kept my closet doors closed with a rope. Hey, that's pretty hardcore. I kept mine closed. I didn't use a rope. Maybe I should have. Unless I'm changing clothes. I noticed a vent is near the closet. Ooh, it's like the people under the stairs.
I literally was thinking that.
They're
I was
just in the
picturing that movie when
walls.
you was talking about the vents and the whispers. That's a good movie.
It's a very good movie. So, the reason I'm writing this now, almost having forgot about everything, is because recently my boyfriend has been spending the night a lot. I'm 25 now and still living at home while I finish school. My sister lives in New York for the most part because of school. My father and mother split up a while back, so he moved out, and my mom goes out a lot with her friends, so it's usually me and my boyfriend alone. My room only has a one-person fit bed, so we slept in the guest room since my boyfriend likes to take up a lot of space when he moves around at night. Can relate.
AKA Bentley.
One night, my mom was out of town for a weekend trip. I had just gotten out of the bathroom and walked into the room where my boyfriend was examining the vent. When I asked what he was doing, he said, "I could swear I saw something coming out of this thing, but there's nothing now. Maybe it was just a bug or something." I didn't pay much attention, and we just decided to go to sleep right away. I woke up in the middle of the night because I had just had a nightmare. I recently suffered from PTSD, so it wasn't uncommon lately that I've had night terrors. Oh, sucks. I woke up and looked over at my boyfriend, who had his back against me and was snoring away. I got up to go take some pills and returned to the room. When I did, my boyfriend was standing under the vent. Oh, that would have just creeped me out. Just that.
Oh my God. Why?
Ugh. I jokingly said, "What? Did the bed bugs come back?" He didn't reply. Ooh.
Ugh.
I sat on the bed, and the only light was coming from the moon from the window. "Babe, come back to bed." He still didn't reply. "Babe, you're starting to freak me out." He turned, confused, like, "Your mom is out of town, right?" I nodded, not knowing where he was going with this. And he continues on, "It's the weirdest thing, but I swear she was calling for help." And I said, "What do you mean?" Getting scared. And then he said, "I heard her yell faintly for help, but it was coming from the vent." Ooh. We decided he was probably dreaming, and we went back to sleep. Well, he did. The next weekend, my boyfriend had fallen asleep first, and I stayed up reading. When I finished, I turned off the light and cuddled with my boyfriend. When I was just about to drift off, I swear I heard my sister call me. I looked up and nothing. I figured it was just me about to start dreaming, so I turned to go back to sleep. And again, I heard my sister call me. This time it was clear, and I looked at the direction of the sound, and it was coming from the vent. I kept looking, waiting, and I guess this is what the voice said, quote, "Over here."
Ew.
Over here. Ew.
I don't
I
like
knew I
that.
wasn't dreaming, and I knew it had whispered that. I shook my boyfriend awake to tell him what happened. He insisted I was dreaming like he did the week before and tried to calm me down. He hasn't spent the night since because I don't want to sleep in the guest room, and I don't want to sleep in my room. I feel like the boogeyman is in my vents waiting, trying to lure me under it for something. As soon as I can, I'm moving out.
I don't get Boogeyman. I get like Mimic.
Yeah, isn't that like what are you thinking about this? Isn't there something like you should never answer something that's calling out to you?
Nope. But
Ooh.
they mimic voices.
Is that almost like an invitation like and once you respond, it's like an acceptance in a way
Something like that. It's like a
relative.
doppelganger almost, but
Oh.
that's what it doesn't sound like Boogeyman.
Yeah. Sounds creepy as hell, but definitely doesn't sound like the boogeyman.
Maybe hopefully she checked under her stairs for people.
Yeah. All of these stories that I found are so long. So I'll probably just stop with that. But yeah. So now that you guys have heard all these stories, do you believe in the boogeyman? Do you have any stories like this that you would like to share with us? If so, we'd love to hear them. You can send them to our email at weeklybizarrepodcast@gmail.com, and maybe you will hear your story be told. If you'd like, we would love to do that for you.
Probably because you might be the only email. Who knows?
I don't know if I believe in the boogeyman per se. I mean, clearly it's been a fabricated story, but it doesn't mean that other things aren't going on.
But again, there's so many versions of the boogeyman, and sometimes the boogeyman is just a thing that goes bump in the night, and that could be
Yep.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
could be so many
imaginations
things.
can run wild, especially as kids, too.
It could be like maybe it's like a spirit, maybe it's something demonic.
Yeah.
Apparently, maybe it's a mimic that likes to say things that your mom and sister will say, and they copy them. Like it's just a whole bunch of could be a lot of different things.
That is creepy as hell.
So
I'm
I
trying
don't.
to think if I've ever heard any voices or anything like that. I can't recall, but
And the fact that it's just like whispering through the vent where it echoes is just creepy. There's something so creepy about that.
yeah.
Like, hey, over here. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. What is it with vents and closets and things like that? Like, why do they want to be there? I mean, I guess just to hide,
I don't
to
know.
dwell.
I usually slept with my closet closed, but I also didn't have a closet that you could necessarily walk into.
Yeah.
And for a while when I was like younger, I slept with the hall light on because I don't like hallways. And there's something about the hallway growing up. Or I
Mm-hmm.
finally got to the point where like I was in high school where I just kept my door closed. So I kept just everything closed when I went to bed.
Yeah. Yep. Closed doors for the when you're sleeping at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that that's it, folks. Like I said, if you want to tell your story, let us know, and we would love to do that on here because we love creepy shit.
We do. It's a problem.
It is, and sometimes we have to take a break from it because it just gets to be too damn much. But then we always come back. So you can find us on all the social medias at Weekly Bazaar Podcast. We're everywhere. Facebook, TikTok, X, Instagram,
YouTube.
YouTube. Yes, that's everything. Pretty much everywhere. And you can email us, like I said, at weeklybazarpodcast@gmail.com if you have any stories that you want to tell or want us to tell. We're happy to do that. You can follow us or support us rather on Patreon at patreon.com/weeklybazar. It's $5 a month and it keeps us motivated to keep going. We appreciate all the support, whether you support us on Patreon or not. We just appreciate that you're here and giving us your time. So thank you for that. And yeah, if it's weird,
We're going to talk about it.
bye.
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 Boogie Boogie Man.
Boogie Boogie Man.